Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Table for Show, a weekly Dungeons and Dragons multimedia experience extravaganza. That's a mouthful. Today, I will be leading a group of amazing people through a homebrew game of Dungeons and Dragons. So, without further ado, let's meet the three players with me today. We are missing quite a few, but it should be all good anyway. So, we are joined by Chris playing the wonderful Tia, who is a sorcerer. Tiefling sorcerer. I nearly butchered that so badly, as if I haven't already.
It's fine.
We have Gina playing the wonderful Chim.
Hello.
And we have Rosie playing Pav.
Hello.
Awesome. Right, so we usually have more people in this. We are missing Athena the Rogue and Uragath the Beastmaster. But other than
And our wonderful druid.
And the wonderful druid. I do need to talk to Nia at some point because I don't know what's going on. I think she's forgotten, but I'll send her a message. But hopefully she should be joining back soon as well, and we'll have the wonderful party together. So we'll get straight into the recap, which I have closed. So I'm going to fill in the space with talking until I open it. Here we go. So, for the recap, last session, our brave group of adventurers retrieved the information from a man named Tara, also known as the Blue Candle. He's a rogue, and a friend to the rogue, Athena. He basically gives them information about this strange unnamed figure who lives in the old district of Katarai behind an older church to Helios, the god of the sun. And the kind of way that they knew this is because this is a man who seems to wear bandages around his arms for whatever reason. So upon finding this out, they had some time to kill, as it was found out the man only left his house at night. So they had a whole day to waste, and they went to the bazaar, where they had quite a bizarre experience. You should see the title for that episode. Right. So during their time there, they looked around. It was kind of a very strange environment for these travellers from the different continent of Enadane. And Uragath, the Beastmaster, got turned into a rabbit. And people were confused, and a halfling man with kind of this greyish hair and a ponytail came out. His name was Fi. And it turned out to be his fault. He was a collector of magical items as such and didn't really know what they did. And so, when testing this on his bird, Jebediah, he accidentally somehow missed and hit Uragath with it, and thus we had the finale of him trying to apologise. He took the party to his stall, where Athena would steal something very valuable that was kind of lying around, hidden under a rug that the man had put over kind of his wares. And they would go inside, and Tia would, I believe, aggressive diplomacy, I think is a fair word for it.
I didn't have to be aggressive. I didn't even mention fire once. It was the rest of the party that did that.
But an intimidation check was made, definitely.
Nope, I didn't have to roll for it.
Not you, but someone made an intimidation check.
Pav.
It was probably me. I like doing those.
An intimidation check was made, and it was very successful. And yeah, so they kind of coined him out of a wand of polymorph, which is an item. So after that, the party found themselves leaving the tent. I want to say you didn't leave the tent, but you were leaving, which would lead you all outside of the tent. At this very moment, as we get back into the game, the smell of several different burning incense all around, as there are different displays of candles and other various things you can burn to make nice smells. My brain's not 100% today. And you guys find yourself standing around in the bazaar with some more time to kill, or possibly some waiting to do.
I actually thought of something I want to do right away. I want to find flasks of lamp oil or lantern oil or something flammable.
Are you looking for this in the bazaar?
Yes, I assume they would have such thing.
Could you please make me a perception? Actually, no, I'd say you could make an investigation if it's better for you, because it's like, are you looking to spot it, but you're kind of also going through the stalls, looking what they have in them. So.
Yeah, probably that. Let's see. Investigation or perception?
Yes.
I'll do investigation then, because I'm good at that. Well, I rolled a nat 1, so it doesn't matter.
Out of all the things you could have found as you're kind of looking around, and you're doing this for 5 minutes, you go back to this kind of incense shop, and you're looking around, but it doesn't seem like there's anywhere which sells like hard supplies like lantern oil.
No, I only find like flame-proofing spells and stuff like that, which is the opposite of what I want.
You find like flame-retarded rugs and such.
Exactly.
To put out fires. It's not a great day.
This is hopeless. They don't have anything that I want. Useless.
Oh, see, there's the bitter talking.
Well, I can't think of anything I want.
I think
I'm
I'm good.
thinking. Yeah.
I have a question that I meant to ask like last session or like after last session, and that is I don't remember if Tia ever got a shirt. Like I literally can't remember because that was a while ago.
Oh, you definitely don't have any shoes, but you have been being served.
I
So, like,
think I just had a black tube top.
you know, you had an illusion of a black.
I
tube
know I
top.
had that, but I think I
Yeah, it
must
was
have at
real.
some point fixed something proper. Either way,
we'll roll with the idea that whether it was
it's something.
it's something, sir. We don't know what it is, but yes, you are decent.
Yep.
In the upper half.
Good.
As you're currently standing outside of this, burnables, candles, incenses, flame retardant rugs, and such. And as I mentioned last session, there is quite a lot of nervous talk around this chatter of different names you've never heard before, places, history, war. It seems like it's quite a downer mood.
Yeah, there seemed to be like a conflict in the town of that lady that we saw, is what I remember from last time.
You don't think it's necessarily... There is mentions definitely of when you stop that sailor, that dock worker, pardon. There's definitely, he mentioned Afaneta being the city, one of the cities in the city that she particularly ran. So yeah, that is one of the key things being thrown about, and you don't know, again, there's a lot of names being thrown about. You don't think necessarily that any particular belong to her. It's not like you saw her, that name's definitely hers, but there are names being thrown about. Maybe one of them is hers, maybe there's not.
Well, is there... I think you mentioned last time also, like, people selling beast trophies of different kinds?
Yeah, there's like
Because
different...
I have a mandible in my inventory.
Okay. Would you like to try and sell it?
I want to see if I can either sell it, because I don't think a mandible weapon is something Tia would wield, but probably sell it.
Alright. So, make another investigation check.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, it can't be another natural one, can it?
Oh.
No, 21 total.
On a charisma check. Intimidation check.
Oops,
No, we'll add,
listen.
we'll add +3 to whatever the roll was, so 20.
No, I'll just roll again, it's for fairness. Oh, never mind, that is another natural one!
Oh.
It's funny, so let's go with it. Tia's just garbage at finding things at this bazaar.
You find a pet shop. And
Oh.
they're collars.
See, that's not a bad thing.
Tia's like starting
Holy
to
shit.
fizzle and smoke at this point.
Can I
They
have a look in
don't
the pet shop?
They don't have anything.
Pet shop, pet shop, pet shop.
Pet shop, pet shop.
Uragath seems interested. Would you guys like to kind of go into... This one's kind of inside of a tent rather than being open on display like a actual stall. So would you guys like to
Yeah.
enter?
I'm going in.
Alright, superb. So
I
after
followed
around
reluctantly.
another 5 minutes of Tyr looking for a place where she can sell or buy items she would like, she finds a pet shop. The party continue to go in to that pet shop, where they find an elderly-looking a lady. She's kind of sitting down in what looks like a rocking chair. Around her are various cages, some of them large, some of them small, containing different birds of different colours, variations. You see behind her there's like a table with what looks like collars for different animals, bigger animals, dogs, and such, kind of hanging there from different hooks. There seems to be food, seeds, definitely, she's got bags of them, and little, what looks like containers. You imagine that's what she sells them in. And yeah, she's kind of sitting there, and as you walk in, her long grey hair, she seems to be a human or a half-elf, you can't quite see, but yeah, her long grey hair flows down naturally as you enter. She gives you a smile.
So there was no cats.
No, it just seems to be birds.
I give her the sourest frown.
Oh my dear, you don't seem too happy. Is there something wrong?
Is there a...
No, I'm fine.
Suit
We
yourself.
think... I've got the Great British Book of Birds next to me. I'm looking up birds.
God, great. Google it is for me.
Oh, I thought you said bears.
Then,
I don't think they're gonna have British birds.
I was gonna say they're a bit more exotic, kind of thinking parrots.
I guess I'm going for Google then to find a good bird.
You're trying
Get
to
like a
search for a bird. All right, this is interesting.
See, the
ooh,
Western...
get a like a nightjar or a patoo bird.
I'm not getting a patoo. I want all
Yes.
my dreams to be nightmare free.
No, they're cute. Tia's walking around
Yeah.
and glaring at the animals.
The animals it's surprisingly quiet in here, although you do get the kind of occasional raisin noise. You're in here for a minute or 2 minutes as Pav kind of is looking around the collection. Ragaf looks at a few and then seems to be talking to Mordio.
I want a Western tanager.
Okay.
He's a little yellow bird with black wings that have yellow stripes on them and a red and orange head.
I see it. You find a bird resembling that. It looks a little bit bigger, a bit stockier, should I say.
Could kill things. Or just like it could hold itself in a fight.
More that it just has to be naturally a bit, like, it's quite small for a bird surviving in a fantasy world, but
Okay.
it also looks like it's bigger because it's having, like, there's a lack of water, so big animals don't function very well necessarily in this area. But also
Okay.
you imagine that, again, it's just a bit of a bigger version of that bird. It's nothing...
Okay.
It's a dire, whatever you said the name was.
Well, not quite that severe, but it's pretty... It's larger.
Slightly dire.
Half dire.
Mhm.
A dialing.
Exactly.
Dianasia. Anyway,
Yeah.
as
Good
you kind of
reference.
take an interest, it's kind of it's moving around in these little hops, tilting its head, looking, and there's a moment where it looks at you and continues to look around and starts looking for what looks like different fruit seeds which have been laid out for it.
Did the lady give us her name?
She did not.
Madame,
Yes, dear.
how much is this little dude?
You're looking
Looks like a mango.
oh, that's quite a sweet name, dearie. For your mango friend, I would say, 50 gold pieces. It's quite difficult to catch rare birds like this, and, well, this one was raised. It fell out of its nest, you see, and, I've been keeping it and trying to nurture it.
Pep, do you know how many mangoes you can get for that much gold?
Yeah, quite a lot. They're like 2 pennies each. But also,
I don't know what a penny is.
base Tia, Tia,
You
look
can
into its
draw a
eyes.
face on a mango.
Can is Uragaps into
Origaf
animals,
is good at
right?
nature, yeah. Yeah. He is
Does-
good with animals.
He thinks it's Uragath, look at this cool bird. Uragath, look at this cool bird. It's so cool.
Origaf kind of walks over.
Check him out.
It's
It looks like he's wearing a jacket.
It's very bright. That's a pretty cool jacket. Yeah. I was a rabbit like 10 minutes ago, so you have to let me catch up a little bit. What do you want to know about it? It doesn't look like a hunting bird. It's quite small. Mordio's bigger.
Okay.
I mean, it looks quite difficult to look after as well. You'd have to pay for food, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I turn to the lady and say, how quickly would a bird like this sell?
Oh, they
Here,
don't
through here.
sell very often, dear. Mainly they are sold as, pets for richer families in different places. Enadane
Okay.
buys a few in the elven royal families. So does Canary in the continent there. They buy these birds as kind of, foreign little things from Arendar.
Okay. Well,
Maybe it's better we get a bird when we're less busy, and then
Yeah,
we can look
okay.
after it and take it places and feed it all sorts of treats.
I think oh,
Sorry,
did
what?
anybody hear? Can any of us draw a picture?
I mean,
Bird.
we can draw. It doesn't necessarily mean it can be good.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't think I have the capabilities. I could do a sketch.
How fast? Now?
We can remember what it looks like.
We'll just write it down.
Okay.
Mango
Uh,
friend.
Yeah.
That's big.
Lady, I'll be back
Yeah.
for this bird.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna get. Okay.
That's fine.
And then
Don't worry.
Okay.
My little mango friend will be waiting for you, assuming some other customer doesn't come along. But I will make sure they know they're not the only ones.
Yes.
Actually, no, I won't do that, because then they might buy it. I won't let them know. I'll make them think that they're widely available for you if I can, but I've got to do what's best for business, you see. If you're looking for actual mangoes, I know a very handsome gentleman who happens to sell those.
They have faces.
No, they don't have faces, I'm afraid.
You can draw one.
I just thought we said we couldn't draw. Okay.
We don't know. We could draw.
Oh.
Alright.
We can try.
Drawing is unnecessary.
I've got an idea. Never mind.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Alright. So I assume you guys start to leave the
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah. I'll leave the shop and ask Tia if I can borrow the wand of polymorph.
Oh, boy.
Absolutely not under any circumstances.
I want to turn Mordio into a mango bird.
No.
Oh, Tia, you're no fun.
Do you?
It would be so flamboyant, so bright, so...
Color of fire.
It's so wasteful.
Uragaf kind of says, if it makes him less annoying, I'd also vote for that.
See, look.
Yeah.
3 against 1 right
Yeah.
now. This is
It
the
only
benefit
lasts
of the
for a
team.
short while.
I would argue that it's 3
Okay.
against 2. Mordio
You
does
can-
not support this idea.
Okay. How about?
How about?
if I do
Okay,
a
no.
particularly-
Can I cast minor illusion on Mordio and do
He's
that?
kind of perched on Uragaf's shoulder, I'd say, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. So what would you like to do?
Turn him into looking like that bird.
Okay.
Mango friend bird.
Pretty complex. So how are you doing it? So
Or just turn him orange.
okay, I was gonna say you could probably change the color hue to be kind of similar from like the red head to the yellow body.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
that.
Okie dokie. So let me just get the spell up real quick. It is minor illusion.
It's a created image of an object no larger than a 5-foot cube.
So yeah, it's fine. Okie dokie. So with the cast of this cantrip, you guys watch as Mordio's color shifts. Mordio is still an owl, still has kind of the feathers and the markings of an owl, but now has a red head and a yellow body. The wings are difficult. I'd say that just make a Arcana check to see if you can cast the magic well enough to change the wings as well.
That's an 11 total.
So the wings aren't just like bright yellow or bright red, but they do kind of have this semblance of not quite being the full like black jacket that the bird has. They have like a bit of yellow tinged in there. It's like using the color replacement tool on paint, but on owl wings.
Magic.
Magically, yes. Yeah, so that's what you managed to do.
Magic paint bucket spell.
Thank you very much, Tia. Thank you very, 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 very much.
You're very welcome. I think you can do this spell, if
I
I'm not mistaken.
possibly can.
If you sleep on it, I am pretty sure you can do this spell.
I will ask Calvor if he can bless me with the ability to turn our owl yellow and red. Or if
Shall
you
we
can
wait
send
for
me a cool bird.
Shall we wait
Yes.
for the meeting then?
Mm-hmm.
We probably like grab something to eat and then go
Yeah.
there, I think.
I was gonna
Because
say,
there's street food, so...
with the temperatures as well, it would be difficult to like just kind of wait around and not have water every few hours. So you guys would have to have some.
Oh yeah.
We stock
I
us
was
to have a
suggesting
picnic.
montage.
Picnic montage! Picnic montage!
Alright.
Yes.
So, you guys, as you kind of head away, is there anywhere specific? What kind of food do you want to eat? Do you want to eat like?
We want a
Chinese food?
whole watermelon, the biggest one we can find.
You can probably find one of those in the bazaar. There's a few fruit vendors there. Or there's also fruit vendors in the residential districts, the green-colored one.
I mean, we are in the blue right now, so we have to go back and forth if we went back to the green, so that seems wasteful.
Alright, yeah. So the lady that was talked about a fruit vendor, just kind of, and she points you along before you left, and it seems to be just on the next aisle of kind of market stalls, in this kind of dome above you. So, would you guys like to go there, or would you like to look for another one?
That sounds
That'll
good
do.
to me.
Okay, so as you kind of get there, you see an elven man, a wood elven man, with quite darkened skin, and he seems also quite elderly, with kind of short hair that's slowly kind of balding. He's kind of got I don't want to call it receding hair, that's not right. His hair's, he's definitely balding, put it like that. I don't know what to call it. I'm bad with hair.
Thinning?
Thinning, thank you. You're a hero. So it's kind of thinning, and there's like patches at the sides, and he's slowly losing his hair. But yeah, he seems to be a wood elven man, quite elderly, greyish hair. He's kind of got stubble almost.
We find the biggest watermelon.
Okay, to be fair, the fruit there looks pretty, standard. It looks pretty well stored. It looks pretty well kept. There's a watermelon or two. There's some smaller citrusy fruits, and the watermelons aren't larger than a normal watermelon, but it's certainly big enough to be a good watermelon. Okay, so
I just want a montage frame of like buying a watermelon
Yes.
and then Pav smashing the watermelon. Like in the animes.
the animes.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you kind of approach, the man says, "Greetings."
But we buy
greetings."
it first. We buy
Oh.
it first. We don't smash it.
I
before we buy it.
imagine.
Yeah.
Greetings all. You look like a bunch of well-traveled travelers, are you perhaps, rather, hungry for some exotic fruits I have on offer?
I think we can-
Watermelon!
Yes. Yes.
I assume you want a watermelon. It's not very hard to find here, so I suppose I could give you it for quite a good price of a silver piece.
How much was that?
A silver piece. One silver piece.
Not a problem.
Thank
How
you.
many were there?
There were 2 watermelons.
We're getting both of them.
Okay. He kind of goes over to the side for a sec and kind of gets his hand-woven basket and puts both the watermelons in there. Is there anything else you would like, perhaps?
Does he have any chili peppers?
I don't sell spices.
Capsicums are fruits?
Yeah.
I never heard of this fruit you speak of. I don't do this professionally. I just do it as
A hobby?
yes, gardening as a hobby. Yes,
Alright, I suppose I can. Well,
My hobby is running a business.
I hope that's going well for you.
Absolutely need some mangoes to celebrate the new.
oh yeah,
country.
were there mangoes?
Yeah, they're like you kind of see that currently there's kind of 3 on display, but there are more in these kind of baskets again at the back. Carrying
Let's
baskets.
get some mangoes.
How many mangoes would you like?
I look at everyone else.
A handful. And my hands are quite large, so that's about 4 mangoes.
Mangoes are 5 copper
Okay, there's a
pieces
big.
each.
Yeah, I get it. Big old handful.
5 copper pieces each, I would say, for the mangoes.
Yes.
I will. He kind of puts them in the basket. So that's. let me
Just get
see.
us like 10 total, I think. Yes.
You want 10 mangoes?
We want to spend 50 gold pieces on
Gold
mangoes.
pieces?
I'm
That is
afraid
a
I don't
copper.
have that many mangoes.
Did you say gold pieces or
Silver pieces.
silver? Oh,
I thought you said
Okay.
copper.
gold.
No.
This is an outrage.
5 copper pieces for the
No, wait.
mangoes. 1 mango
Mango.
is 5 copper pieces.
Yes. Okay.
And watermelon is 1 silver piece.
Yes. Good. Yes, frantically counting on their fingers.
I
Yeah.
want mine to borrow
So
mine.
if you guys wanted 10 mangoes, it would cost you 5 silver pieces plus the 2 watermelons plus that's 2, so 7 silver pieces.
Yes. Yes.
So is
Does
that,
he
is
have
that
any
it?
weird fruits?
You see again that kind of that strange looking one you had as a drink, the one which was really bitter, but after you drank it, it was sweet. You
Oh, I
you
didn't
see
like
some of
that.
those.
didn't
You
like
see what looks like a pineapple. You've read about them. Quite a strange looking thing. There's only one of those, and there's a few
I like
coconuts.
getting that pineapple.
Okay.
I point at it. And how much is that?
2 silver pieces for the pineapple.
Yeah, sure, we'll get that as well. Is
Okay.
that how you pronounce it? Huh.
Yes, yes. My
Pineapple.
wife is an avid reader. She actually works in an animal shop. You may want to visit if you would like some kind of pet. You look like you are foreign
Oh, I
travelers.
Give us
see how
a
it does it.
95% discount. 90% discount.
Why'd you put...
cannot
you lessen the
promise
discount?
That.
50%.
I doubt it, but
Mm,
there are
20.
some
I-
wonderful
I-
animals.
I knock on the watermelons. Are you sure? Are these stay fresh?
Yes. I actually went to a very popular druid in the area. She helped me fertilize my soil in such a way that my plants grew.
Okay, that is
exceptionally
more
well.
detail than I needed. We'll pay full price then.
Thank you very much. That should be can't starting on his hand. 9 silver pieces. Yes.
Yes, I pay.
All right. So that's basically It's basically 1 gold piece, but you have like
Yeah, I'll just.
yeah. Okay, so as you kind of leave, he waves.
Tia has a single silver coin.
Yes.
Tia looks at it and it's like, ugh.
Disgusting.
It's not gold. It's gross.
So yeah, you guys now have a basket, kind of this hand-woven basket of different fruits. So, as you're kind of walking around the crowd, is there anything else you would like to do?
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Okay, groovy. So, following the kind of currents in this area, as it has gotten quite busy due to the fact it's almost midday, it's almost like you're walking just as a current. Again, that's the only way I can describe it. It like flows like water in a way.
Makes sense.
Like junction. So you guys head off and out of this kind of dome, this sandstone and glass dome that you were in, and you are now outside in the blue area on the map, or also known as the Market District.
And we're heading up to the red.
Yes, you guys, if you wanted to, could start heading up to the old district.
Yeah.
Groovy. So as you kind of walk through the old district, same old story as it kind of being run down, a lot of terrace houses, like signs of old fires from long ago. The area looks very run down. And you start heading into the kind of area that was described to you, a very small, what looks like locally run temple of Helios, and it is exceptionally small. It seems to be primarily made of this, what looks like the building's only about 40 foot in length, and it just looks like a very simple building with a raised platform. It's kind of empty. The windows where the glass would have previously been has been taken out, and it's just basically a hollow building. No one's in it or around it really. And as you guys kind of walk past, you see that behind it there's almost what looks like an alleyway, and then you realise it's actually just a terrace, which is basically claustrophobically stuck in behind this this church. And you see that there are windows which are boarded up. Most of the doors have like these red X's on them, and there is one door which is just covered in red paint, which has been worn over a very long period of time, which was the door described to you. And as you guys kind of stand there, you recognize this is probably the area. It doesn't take you very long, I'd say, around getting there and looking around the old district for this very kind of... because there's only a certain amount of temples to Helios. So you find this temple, and within about, I'd say, 40 minutes, you kind of get there, and yeah, you're outside the area you need to be.
Should we check in now, or should we wait until later?
What time did we say he was supposed to be human about?
Well, apparently he's out and about during nighttime, but we are in a bit of a hurry. We've wasted some time already.
Yeah, we might as well nip in now.
And we could have the fruit picnic inside.
Oh, that might be a good offering in case we actually like disturb his sleep or anything. Just give him some snacks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I
Alright.
go and I knock on the door.
So as you kind of go through this alleyway, it is very stuffy in this area, because again, there's basically it is just sky and then shadows cast from the building as the sun's kind of going directly over it now. The rooftop is very close to the church, which isn't very high, but it's about the size of a house. Yeah. So as you kind of go in there, the air is humid, and you go to the door with the worn red paint, and you do you knock, or is there anything else to do?
Knock.
Okay. So the party kind of had to squeeze in there. Pav, it's tight. As you kind of all standing, waiting around the door. You knock once, and nothing happens. It seems. For a good minute or two, you're kind of standing there, and there is no reply.
Shall we have fruit?
Try to open the door, see if it's locked.
It's as you kind of do you try to use the handle, or do you try pushing it?
Yeah, I try to use the handle like a sane person, I guess.
Yeah. So as you kind of move the handle, you can't fully kind of twist it down because it's locked in a very strange way. And you just push the door a little bit, and it feels like there are various locks on this door.
Oh, okay.
But I assume that obviously you're not being too rough with it, so it doesn't make much noise while you're doing this. It's just kind of, oh, it doesn't work. And you're kind of stood there, kind of standing, looking at the door.
Alright, so I don't really see a point in yelling. Should we sit somewhere nearby and just kind of wait?
We might have to.
Maybe.
Have a fruit snack.
Uragath kind of speaks up.
Yeah.
Maybe we should knock again, maybe louder, try it one more time, or ask through the door.
By all means, go ahead.
Uragath walks up to the door, and it's definitely a more aggressive knocking, kind of using the bottom of his fist, kind of just banging on the door. And then he says, "You home? Hello?" Kind of looks over at red and yellow Moria.
Quite persuading, very eloquent.
Mordio, if you guys would like, does have the ability to scout. I could have him try scout if there's any movement through the windows upstairs. I mean...
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, seems...
Yeah, it just seems
If this
intrusive,
person-
but...
Yeah,
I mean-
like, if this person realizes this sour owl, it seems a little bit...
I mean, when you've got a red and yellow owl, it's pretty,
Oh yeah,
means-
that also.
You
yeah.
could just, if he's like, "Is this your owl?" and points to the orange and yellow owl, we can stop it being orange and yellow, and then
Not
How
our
about-
owl.
I suppose, yeah.
I don't think that's... I think we should just wait for a little while.
I agree with you after my fails being unsuccessful. Yes, I say we wait.
Okay.
Alright. So, how are you guys gonna wait? Are you gonna take what is effectively a long rest? I know it's kind of pointless, you're not sleeping, but it's a very
Yeah,
business.
we have some good religious sing-songs.
I'm thinking of that fucking thing about, like, before you do a long rest, just shoot all the spells into the air because you're getting your spell slots back. I'm not doing that,
But that's what you're thinking.
but that's what I'm thinking of.
So, you guys...
I cast sleep on myself.
I.
Can that be done?
Oh, does anybody want cure wounding?
Like,
before
why-
we
I eat
get all
half a
spell slots
watermelon
back?
and I cast sleep on myself.
I will look at this because
Kill.
that sounds really fun.
Cure wounding before we all have a long
Uh,
rest.
So yes, you can choose creatures. So yeah,
For the sleep spell, yeah.
yep, you can choose yourself technically. So
I
there's no
like-
real nice place unless you guys want to sit in the empty the empty Helios temple.
Yeah,
Sure.
Empty Helios Temple.
So there are kind of these stone
This
pews, but it is completely open air. But it's kind of nice because it's sheltered from the unforgiving sun, but also
Can
still
I-
has that warmth.
See if this temple reacts the same way as the last one.
Ooh. Right. So, make a religion check.
Yes. Where's that? There. 15.
There, as you kind of, before you cast sleep on yourself, and as you're eating this delicious, delicious watermelon, which is fresh and quite nice, there is this very strange, almost static interference between your communication with the gods, and you also feel this, Pav and Chim, actually. Being in here, there's something that's not quite right, almost a barrier, between yourselves and the gods. And
I don't like that.
as
Oh.
you're kind of communicating, some light peers through a little bit, but it's not quite right. There's something which is blocking it. You do sense that Sol's focus, or at least some of her divine energy, is present with you at least. But unlike the last temple, there is still this kind of almost I want to say, darkened glow from the floor rather than the actual little ball of heat and soul wonderfulness that was in the previous one.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Well, I like bundle up
Onto one of the
whatever
trees.
soft fabric I can find, put it under my head, point my finger at my face, and cast sleep on myself.
Yeah, it's you go straight to sleep.
I'm
No,
gonna check that my. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check my spells work, so I'm gonna detect evil and good on
Okay.
and if I can still know that people, because I know that Chim's good, so I'm gonna just check that my spells are working because they come from my god. So
I believe you can do that on an area, so you wouldn't even have to do it on Chim. Hold on. Again, looking at spells really fun. I should make spell books for all of you people.
there's a spellbook PDF if you want me to link it.
Oh no, I have all the spells in a thing. I just can't search for them, I'm afraid. I have to actually go through them. Detect evil and good. Oh, so you can literally just...
Yeah, within 30 feet of you.
Oh.
Oh,
Now,
that's really cool.
Very interesting. So 30 feet, you sense... first thing you sense is that the energy here is fiendish.
Okay.
But it's strange, because there's a hint of celestial, which you don't know whether it's because Tia tried to communicate with Sol, because... sorry, you still believe that she's connected with Helios, don't you? I think.
Yes.
Yes, so you don't
Yeah.
know whether it's because she did the praying thing to try to connect with Helios. You don't know whether it's...
Yeah, pronouns, please.
Sorry!
Okay, good. Carry on.
I'm stressed out.
It's fine.
You don't know whether it's because there was attempt because of you and Chim being present, maybe Talvor's there, but there's Celestial and there's Fiend. And it's not just that, though. You kind of think, and on the very edge of your kind of radar, this 30-foot area, there is definitely something which is... There's an item which has some power to it around you. This sickening, almost disturbing power to it. And it's definitely beyond mortal comprehension, and the only reason you recognize this is because of one of Talvor's artifacts left long ago had a power similar, but it was more light. You can't quite remember what it was. It was some ring of justice or whatever. But there is definitely something of a similar power, but darker, around 30 foot of you right now.
Oof.
Oh, great.
And it isn't coming from Athena. Just throwing that one out there.
30, can I tell which direction of 30 feet?
Toward the terraces.
The housey bits.
Yeah. How long does the spell last? Up to 10 minutes. So yeah, towards the terraces.
Oh, boy.
Here, question. Is it a radius emanating from the caster?
Yes.
Then you can move, right?
She can move.
I'm going to move. I'm going to enlist Chim because there's no way Pav could manage this on her own. But I'm going to move move so that I can kind of determine which terrace it is. Can I tell whether it's close up? I don't think I can I?
So what it was is there's a terrace behind the church, directly behind it. And because you're in there, you kind of cast this kind of walking around the church, and as soon as you're in range of the terraces, through the very quite thin stone walls, you can sense it coming from the terrace, one of the terraces. You can't tell which one because there's a wall in your way, but you could further investigate it if you would like to.
How long have we got till nightfall?
There's still around... It's about 12 right now, so...
Midday. Midday. Well... Yeah. I'm going to go and investigate it. But I'm
Okay.
taking...
If you're going to investigate, then I have another spell that I'd like to blow since we're
Okay.
blowing spells, and that is a 2nd level find traps.
Ooh, fun traps.
Slightly less cool, but also kind of helpful.
Yeah, I'm taking Chim, and I'm also,
We can go investigate.
and I'm casting Protect from Evil and Good on her, specifically fiends.
All these spells I'm looking at. So
I
what
think
did
I
you-
can do that on
It's-
you as well. Let me just check that
Fun
Oh,
one.
it's-
traps. You
it's
sense the
touch.
presence of any trap within the range. So it has to be in line of sight. So,
Walls.
yes. Do you want to kind of check the walls for traps, or would you like to check the one of the terraces for traps?
Terraces.
Okay. So what happens is, so what spell did you cast? Sorry, as well. Pav.
I do the same to Pav. What Pav's about to do.
Protect from
Oh,
evil and good, right?
Yeah.
It's a touch one, so I hold Chim's hand.
Yeah.
Aw.
And there is
We
a
do
glow
it
of,
to each other.
there is a glow of lightning, divine energy that kind of surrounds your hands, and you have kind of this this faint glow. Man, I don't know my alphabet. Protection from evil and good, and you're both doing it for fiends.
Yes.
With disadvantage on attack rolls, Jesus, and this is not a concentration spell. Wow. Oh no, it is a concentration spell. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. That's actually really good. So you guys kind of do this little bro fist of lightning and divine goodness, and go to investigate the house. Uragath looks like he's gonna join you. Sees that Tia's sleeping, and then sits on one of the pews, kind of lazily.
Is Athena coming with us?
You can ask her if you'd like. Athena's currently kind of sitting next to soulless Nia with the white mask.
Does Athena, do you want to come investigate a fiend sense? And now we're gonna go. It's not
sure.
you.
Oh, why would it be me?
So
Sure, yeah.
no reason.
Okay.
So yes.
Alright, so you guys kind of walk out the temple, go back around to the back of it, into this small alleyway almost like thing, and go to the terraces. As you get closer to the red door, you sense that whatever it is from behind that red door. Whatever this evil energy is. This
Is
evil
the
item.
red door trapped?
Boom, you use your spell. How do you want to
Yes.
cast it, just out of interest, for fun?
Finger guns.
Oh, cool.
2 finger guns or 1?
2 finger guns.
There was no
No,
question
no,
there,
you
was
have
there?
the whole hand.
You don't need to ask.
Wait.
No, because it casts a spell on them when they hold hands, so they don't have to keep
Oh,
doing it.
well,
Oh,
Um,
right. Oh, okay.
So all you need to do is touch, it's casted, and then you can finger guns. So, also I would say, do you cast this before going in? This is to you, Pav, because if you cast it on on Chim, then what will happen is that you will lose your concentration on where the item is.
no concentration spells only go if you use another concentration spell.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you want to use protection from evil and good on
Oh,
Chim,
yeah.
then
yeah,
she
yeah,
will
yeah.
lose her detect.
Oh no.
Oh,
gonna
it's
need-
cool. I'm good, Pav. You keep your thingamabob.
No. Sorry, I dropped
Hello?
out for a second. I'm back.
Alright,
Hello?
so basically what happens is the spell protection from good and evil, from evil and good, sorry, is a concentration spell, and so is locate evil and good. So you'd need to know where the item is, you wouldn't be able to cast it on Chim, basically.
Oh.
I'm good, Pav. You got this.
Are you sure?
You keep your locate on. I'm certain.
Okay. Then I carry on with the locate, but I get my shield out just in case I need to block anything from hitting Chim.
Awesome. So, as you go up to the door and Chim, finger guns!
Finger gun.
As you kind of do your action.
Find traps.
There is no traps on this door.
Ah.
It definitely seemed locked when Tia tried to open it, but it's not trapped. Definitely not trapped. No
Okay.
magical or physical trap there.
That's good.
Athena kind of, with her hands behind her back, says, I could pick the locks if we want.
I don't know. Breaking into this man's house isn't the kind of vibe we want to be portraying. Like...
I mean, Pav, you definitely know that there's an evil object in there. I say an evil object. There's something of massive power that isn't a friendly power in there.
Right. I'm not always pro the greater good. I think it excuses a lot of bad things. But by a door, it's not like we're killing someone to stop them destroying the world. We're getting a door open so we can get an evil item.
I'm not against the door. I'm against pissing off what could possibly be the massively evil thing. What if it's him and we anger him?
So as you guys are kind of having this conversation, Pav, you have this sense that this thing is coming closer, and you start to hear footsteps outside the door. And if you guys still stay there, you start hearing several different locks, chains being pulled away, keys unlocking different latches and hatches. What do you guys like to do? You have about 3 seconds before the guy...
The door! I knock on the door!
Whoa, half a round! Wow!
Mango, mango, mango. I'm just eating mangoes.
I just knock on the door. As if we hadn't just been thinking of breaking in.
So as you knock on the door, the radical kind of lock being taken off and such slows down for a second, and then continues a bit slower. And you hear like a lock almost drop to the floor. The handle tilts forward, then tilts back. The door begins to be pulled open. That's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, good.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
Because I don't know why we're talking to him.
Alrighty then. So, yeah, the session over. I think
Wait, is Tia asleep then?
Yep.
Yep. Literally casted sleep on themselves.
Oh no, that means we gonna have to leave.
I made a thing for you.
Ooh. Picture spam.
I'm very happy with the mango button.
Oh boy.
I just really, really enjoy the panic response of shoving as many mangoes into mouth as possible.
It is awesome.
We've got to put across a good image, for a good first impression.
And that good image is covered in
It's
fruit juice.
Pav standing there, mango juice dribblings all over.
That is exactly how a good impression is made. I don't know how you've been making friends. If it's without mango juice down your neck.
To be fair, Tia doesn't know either, so...
Timing of going to sleep and then we do shit.
Yeah, I'm like...
Terrible!
Oh,
So,
you're woken me up! Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to end the session here. Sorry, the session? The thing here, the stream. And thank you very much for watching. All of the episodes are now up. All of them. Not this one.
Ooh.
All of them.
So this one will... I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube,
It's up.
it is.
So if you're interested, watch those. Also, things which will probably be happening is we will have some interesting things happening at the end of this arc kind of thing. Not the arc, but the mini story that is in Arendar. So if you're interested in this, that should be even better. So thank you, players, for being here to play.
Thank you, DM.
Thank
you,
you,
people.
DM.
Thank you,
watching.
viewers.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. I said that already. Damn it. Thank you, viewers, for watching. And remember to throw those tables. Goodbye.
Oh.